Hello, chat. Hi. Let's see, I'm gonna switch the music up. Hi, Dragon! And hi, Serge, thank you for the lurk. It is appreciated. I feel like I've forgotten something. Change the title and category. Posted on Discord. I don't know what I'm forgetting. Apparently I'm forgetting something. That's not the window I wanted to open. Okay, there we go. I'm sure I'll remember what it is. I even remember to turn on and off the right timers. Your streaming light? No, that's on. Even though there's everybody's not here at the moment because play practice and stuff and things. So I may have to take a break to take the dogs out at some point, but I don't know. We're supposed to be back eventually. I got home and I was like, huh, house is quiet. Oh yeah, they have play practice. So, started here because I was messing with this a little bit, but I came over here to make sure everything was working and found the fact that, as you can see, not all the coal that is here is being used. I'm probably going to add a bunch more later. I've added quite a bit of power banks to this, which is great. But it's all full on the coal. I just have to think logistically add probably a whole other bank set. Yeah. I've added a lot of that. Excuse me. And then I also added the line from over here to the monstrosity I mainly did off camera. That's the main thing I did off camera. That was a bit of a chore. I do want to check on everything over here, make sure. Yep, all this looks like it's working just fine. You ready to pull the lever to complete phase 5? Yeah. Oh yeah, I have a couple levers to pull. Well, buttons to push, more accurately. But all of this is now filtering out. It's not quite efficient yet because these are still Mark 1 belts mostly, and those are still Mark 1 miners. But yes, the wrong lever. But I'm not currently having issues with those. I may, after this next bit of work, I may end up going back and optimizing that a bit more. Hey Prelude, yes, hi Prelude. Sorry, my brain is a little bit out of it right now. So, we come over here. Oh, in the iron factory, I don't know. Alright, yeah, no, my protein drink is empty. I don't know if it was like this last time I streamed, but it is now practically full on materials. Hence why all of this is mostly stopped. Stuff is still going in a sink, so it's a little bit of movement. I did need to... Wasn't smart planning, I needed these. I'll put these back into the thing. I think I need a few stacks of those. So yeah, majority of the base materials are now going into the sink, which is great. I've gotten so many tickets, and I spent a bunch the other day. But over here is monstrosity. And that's what I'm calling it. It's still a work in progress. Which one's motors? This one. Take 2 stacks of these. So those can go into that. Oh, I want more of these. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna have 200 of those. So that should be plenty. So, how to explain this? I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to build like the factory for all the things that combine the things from all of the different factories together to make stuff. And like a lot of it I had made what I needed to make to do the I'm gonna go ahead and push the button while I'm talking. To do the different phases and whatever, I'd already like made a bunch of stuff. What's it I gotta say?
Milestone reached. The hazmat suit protects the wearer from radiation by consuming iodine-infused filters. You may find this protection essential if you are going to finally get around to saving humanity. I previously gave you compliments in an attempt to inspire you, but it might have given you the wrong idea. I will definitely be totally honest with you from this moment on.
Right.
Here is a demonstration of a truthful compliment. That suit looks like it was made for you. Because it was.
Uh-huh. Of course it would go dark as I'm trying to demonstrate what I did. So I had like manufactured and I had like a mess over here. Not unlike the mess that is currently over here, actually. Of just machines that had manual input like that. So what I did is I made it not manual. And I was debating and I was just gonna make, you know, just a line around like 2 sides or something and just have it fill off of this stuff. And then I realized that actually, and then I like had some stuff pulling from over here to go over it first and whatever. And I'd done like a test. Ooh, nice, we both caught it. I'd done a test where I had some of these set up for one of these items, I don't remember which. I think it was the AI limiters. And like it would get stuck and things were being silly and whatever. So what I decided to do, instead of just having a line where it just pulled it out infinitely and such, it's a loop. Depending on the thing, depends on what type of loop it is. So we'll start with the easy one. The stuff that's coming in from the iron factory currently is on actually like the most basic loop. In fact, if all of them could be this type of loop, that would be great, but that's not how the system works. I mean, it is and isn't. I may need to rework parts of it, actually. I don't know. Anyway, it's very much something I'm going to continue to tweak until I decide to tear it all down and start over. But where I have manual inputs for these, where I've just brought a bunch of everything over here, and it goes over it, and when it comes all the way back around, it goes through the system, gets sorted. There's an overflow chest just in case. Yeah, I may... the rest of them kind of do that, except it's pulled out on an item basis. The only item that doesn't have a storage and just has a pull-off is the heavy modular frames, because those get stored over here. And I just have the splitter just splitting them equally between whether they go in here or go over there. Once that fills up, it'll... Actually, don't want you to completely fill up. I would like at least 2 of those. So that one's the only one that doesn't actually have storage. It just stays on this belt until it gets eaten. Which may change once, you know, it's actually, if I end up making a ton of those for some reason. We have steel and caterium coming in. And then we have a couple overflow. This is the main overflow sink. Every single layer has an overflow. Well, except for the middle layer that's got the iron stuff on it, has an overflow safety feature on it, basically. And some of them aren't just overflow, as you can see. Some of them actually just split it for the Caterium, it splits some of it off. I think it is. This one technically is on overflow, but because of the way this goes at what speed that goes up. But this one literally just takes the quartz and yeets some of it because we have a constant inflow of quartz. So if I just let it continuously loop, it would eventually overflow. And make it so like the SAM and the other stuff isn't on the belt. There are a couple things that overflow more than normal, such as the black powder. The steel currently I have a backlog of first. Just so that, because when I was starting out and everything was needing steel pipes, it was actually not keeping up. So now I've got a backlog of things. A lot of these things are full. Well, the smaller ones are full. Okay, that one filled back up. Cool. Actually, probably need... Cool, re-entered. I might need more of those later. I should definitely make sure I grab some computers. So, yeah. Things in here are just... Whatever's being made is currently, for the most part, being put in directly into storage. Just sitting here. The computers are getting split off and put on the rotation because they're needed for something. The circuit boards are also doing that. Their storage is technically over here anyway. Because I was also getting some from the aluminum factory, not aluminum, crude oil factory. I'm not anymore because I just pulled that whole situation over to this side. But yeah. So the main issue I'm running into is copper. I do not have enough copper plates. The wires and cables seem to be keeping up just okay, if not more than okay in the case of the copper wire. However, the plates are definitely not keeping up because I need plates for these 3 machines, that machine, and while right now they're at a decent spot, they weren't. And I need a bunch, if you notice the list on the side, I need a bunch of these for the distant project I'm about to go try to do. That was gonna hopefully be part of today's goal. I don't know if it's gonna be because I need too many materials for it. Yeah. So, I realized... Actually, Oh yeah, so I also have unlocked a few things via the MAM, including radio. I've been a little bit MAM crazy, it's fine. So, I wonder if this one would be easier. I noticed something over here that I figured we could at least tap into. Because if it's over here, that means I can go straight from here to like here-ish where this line goes through here and just add it on to the lines I already have. So, that's what we're gonna do first. Sure, no, yeah. So, I've discovered the power of radio, which mostly just showed me the amount of limestone I could have if I really wanted to. But I wonder if that's in the cave. Probably not, that's probably on the surface. And then we are gonna go, was it like over here somewhere? Over here somewhere is another crude oil factory location that I'm gonna go probably put a factory on for the moment. Because the plastic is actually, with the tweaks I made, which we can go look at, is actually keeping up fairly well now. I made some changes. Yeah, definitely need satellite factories, and yes, for double storage. That's it. I will get there eventually. Currently, I only have a double storage or 2 per thing. On this end, but yeah, as you can see, for the most part, it's working now quite well. Not having too many overflow issues. Items are getting pulled from these and then are getting sent back up, and then if they come back off the line, some of that means it still ends up going into the sinks, into the overflow sinks, but a little bit of overflow going into that is fine. And this also now takes the quartz off to the aluminum factory. Silica, rather. Off to the aluminum factory to make more aluminum. Which I'm currently filling up a secondary store, like another thing of, but I'm not using it for anything yet, so it's, you know, it's unnecessary for right now, but I'll probably be happy I did it later. So if we head over to the copper factory, well, we could head over to the crude oil, but realistically what I did is I just took some of the stuff that was going into the power facility, and simply just commandeered it for the... My brain can work, yes. Yeah, commandeered it for making plastic first. I also boosted the oil production and stuff. Copper sheets. Boop. Okay. Yeah, we will now do this. Go over here and add this on. I think I knew this was over here at one point and just said, well, it's too far away for me to want to actually do anything. Whoops. Okay. Oh, well, that was easy. Any other fun surprises? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh, I already mined from it. Okay, okay. Mark 2 miner. Actually, I should put foundation down first. Oh, I meant to move that already. Oops. Yeah, given how many I need for this smelter, I think, right? What's this running at again? 120 a minute. If I remember correctly. These do 30 minutes, so you need 4 of these. So I'm going to make 5. Well, no, I can just make 4 for right now. Logistics, splitter. So here's the thing. Yeah, I can do that. Right. I'm gonna have to adjust this because I was hoping I could get it far enough over so that I wouldn't need to do that. Because I would prefer... Can I? Oh, I could just build one more this way. I would prefer putting that in the middle because I found it makes it a little difficult. You don't do that because it ends up putting more of them in the first one, which does end up causing problems. I've had to tweak a few things due to that. Okay, that goes there. I thought that was on... Hello? Apparently when I control clicked that, it didn't work. Gotta love it when it does that. Must have moved as I placed it. Okay, well. Video game? Hello? What world? Okay then. I love it when the video game decides that it doesn't want to behave. It's fine though. Boop. 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 Do do do. Also love when I paste the setting and it doesn't actually work. There's a wild called Darumaka in chat if anyone wants to try to catch it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Actually, it would make more sense to build the factory out this way, I think. Simply because there's a little bit more space. Then I think it's just a constructor because I'm pretty sure. Surface is too uneven. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. It is just that. It's 20 per minute. So each of these is making 30 a minute. So if I have the 120 a minute, and this is consuming 20 a minute, that means I should be running 6 of these? Right? That's how that math works. Oh, 5 fit there. Can I just... fit it there? Is it up a... I'm assuming it's up a little. Okay, well... I have a question then. Okay, cool. Love it when a plan comes together. Boop, boop, boop. What? Quoting the A-team? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, okay, I know what the A-team is, but was not quoting them on purpose. I guess accidental references are... We love that, I guess? Okay, what does anybody actually use that feature? I'm just curious. To be fair, the only reason I know what the A-team is because somebody I knew in college. Was... I don't know if the word obsessed is the correct word, but liked Mr. T a lot. Had a lot of memorabilia and never failed to bring it up at least once a week, probably. I feel like. Okay. So now, got that going. Okay. Perfect. Let's just toss those in there so they don't get good. Now we're just gonna take this over here. And I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna merge it onto this line, and I think then the idea is gonna be, oh, it doesn't want to merge there. Oh, fine, it'll merge over there. I'm gonna end up grading this line to this line here to the level 6 line. I will just need to run over and get more aluminum, not adamantium, for that. Wrong metal. Also, the tubes I made between this and the crude oil factory and the aluminum factory is great. I like it. It means I could take a second and not be driving. Though I need to get rid of that log in the middle of the pipe. I think it's also faster though. It seems a little slow right this second. I must have entered it slow or something. Okay. Grab 2 rows of this. Yeah. Oh, they're level 5s. Whatever. We'll upgrade to level 5. Until the split point. Just to make sure that it continues to be able to take as much of this stuff as possible. That's funny. Given that that creature's already standing inside something. Jet. Okay. looks like it is doing okay. So I'm gonna go back over and check and make sure that everything seems to be running decently. Nothing's overflowing and needing speeding up. I mean, to be fair, if these are full, I feel like that means I could add another one on at least. Okay, we'll see how well that does. If nothing else, it'll make a handful more of those for me to have, which should hopefully help the backlog of copper. Okay. So we need how many copper sheets for this? 1,000, probably. We're also gonna need a lot of other things. And that's assuming this list is all comprehensive, which I'm not entirely sure about. Either way, we do need to go exploring. The only other thing I'm considering is if I want to go exploring and then come back and then go out to the crude oil factory location. But I need more immerser spheres to make more dimensional storages, and I also need more so that we can... I could have taken the tube. Oh well. Research some stuff to maybe get multiple stacks and stuff involved. But we can also push the red button again, so hold on. Last one. And boom.
Milestone reached. Several parts more efficient and powerful than the human brain can now be made to compensate for many deficiencies otherwise encountered in future development efforts. The blender enables you to mix and/or combine parts and fluids for more complex recipes. Most importantly, project part number 6, the assembly director system, should be produced and delivered to the space elevator as soon as possible.
Oh, well. Sorry to disappoint, I guess. Let's check and see on these recipes. Did I get any? Got a supercomputer, but... Oh. I should be able to make that now, actually. And that. If I feel like it. That may be... because both of those should be able to be added to the mess that I have over here. Easy enough. Okay. I do think I had... what was it? Could build with one of those just to see what the recipes are. But I don't think we're gonna get to any of that today. Actually. I'm sending aluminum cases. Right, yeah, those. I probably have to make another line for the aluminum casings and such to run the line, but that's okay. I think I've got room for a couple more machines in here. I just have to probably move some of that storage out of the way, which honestly it probably needs moved. Okay. Can make a battery with the blender. Noted, I guess. Fuel for drones and vehicles. Okay. Well, I don't have those, so I'm good. Okay. Tier 8. I could have drones now. Advanced aluminum production? Okay, so some of these components I need to make. Noted! Oh. Well, those will be on the list eventually. A wild clang is in chat if anyone wants to try to catch it. Okay, is there any other research I can do before we go? I could do that, but I don't know. Do that. Ooh, that might be useful. Hold on. That will be useful. So we'll research that real quick. Choose a new node to begin analysis.
Power pole Mark III unlocked. It has significantly more power connections compared to the previous models.
Yeah, that's normally how that goes. Now, what do I need for it? Because that might... Okay. Okay, so... Not quite onto the short list yet. Definitely useful. Okay. Okay, let's gather materials and then... those... Okay. So... Geothermal can be useful also. Yeah, I intend to do it. It's just gonna be a matter of when. Okay. Deuterium, the main storage for that's right here. Okay. Steel pipes. Should be good. Pull the cable from over here. What's this storage? Okay. Wonder what the iron plates are for, because I might be able to get away with leaving that to be whatever's in. Okay. Motors, not those. Why do I need the motors? What are the motors for? Hold on. Oh, I'm actually probably not going to make that many. Say 20 to start with. Okay, well. Fine. You see the conundrum I'm having here. I don't think I want to have enough inventory space for this. I'm definitely not going to carry the concrete. I find it hard to believe it's only 200 plastic. Oh, I don't need those. I can put those away. Probably those two. Hold on. Bump. Don't need that with me. I can also go. Steel. I don't think. Is it this on the list anywhere or that? All the stuff that's purple on your to-do list tells me that it's dimensional storage. I could help you with inventory space. Yes, but there's a point at which rubber's actually not in dimensional storage. I don't think. That's why I'm leaving the iron plates alone, because I'm pretty sure that will just... That's probably just for platforms. It and the concrete, like, I'm not gonna use it too fast where I can't just chill for a second and wait. It's one of the reasons I do need to get the stack upgrade for the interdimensional storage. Okay. Being said, I don't know I need all that cable on me. Those aren't needed for this stuff either, I don't think. I know I'm just stuffing this in a random place, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Actually, I should not do that though. I should put it where I will find it. Or in this case, actually, I think I'm gonna toss it over here just to heat it into the sink, because all this is automatically being made, so it's fine. Don't think... That should be good. I want to leave a little bit of inventory space. And... given that, we will do this. I do think I want to put these on my hot bars, so get rid of those because I don't need to be using Mark IIs for anything. Oh, do I have my other jetpack actually? Well, I'll have power placement, so it's fine. Okay. It's funny, all that work I did to make the steel, like, producing faster and stuff, and now it's just sitting here. But that is because things are full. If once I pull a bunch more, like I'm pulling stuff from it again, it'll definitely need some more. Okay. I think I know where I'm going. Well, it's the coastline, right? I was gonna go to the coal and then just keep going east, I think it is. I love the random power lines off of things. You can clearly tell that I, at one point, just went that way. Oh, right. Okay, so this... Wait, what? Hi. Oh, well, hello. Okay. That's nice. Okay. To get out of here. Obviously gonna need to use the ladder because I don't have power over here. Okay, and I also need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Hello, thank you for the shout out for Art Dragon. Okay, do that, and do that. Get rid of that. Where could it be? Oh, re-entry is complete. Let's go. Probably on the underneath side of this, huh? Yep. Ooh, bacon. Do I have room?
The effigy only sings when you compose.
I was not built to use organic components for communication. I am adjusting.
The effigies make a flow. You are not the current.
I am not sure what you mean. I do run on a current. I am a digital construct.
So Ada and Ada are having an interesting discussion. Ooh, bacon. Okay, I don't really want to go too much further this way. We're trying to go that way. So. Okay. I need more immerser spheres than I need anything else. But, okay. Bacon onion's fine. Okay. Well, I see a slug if I had the inventory space. Which means I probably, well, I know where it is. It's not like I don't have. Like I don't have those, enough of those for this project. Okay. We can just go this way. There's another slug. Oh, there's a hard drive over there. We should check that out for sure. Oh, oh. Oh. Okay, so there's lots of things protecting this. Notice. Bad at aiming these. I don't know if that's actually hitting him. Probably should just be using a gun, honestly. Hold on. Okay. Do do do. Oh, look at that. Hmm. Okay. Oh, so I got some materials around here. But I don't have really any room for that. Okay. Let's see, I'm scanning for... This place is pretty. Alright, perfect. This way. Oh, that looks cool. Uh... oh. There's quite a few here. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to this one over here first, but I may Do the other one on the way back. Okay, so there's a blue slug there. Oh, there's a blue slug, purple slug rather, up here. Well, I didn't want to destroy the tree, but alright. Don't have the inventory space. Should be a little bit more, it looks like. We're going to side quest. I hear it.
Witness a single strand of the tapestry. Listen to the rhythm.
Any others? Okay. I see the yellow. I see a couple of yellow, actually. I do have blue slugs in my inventory. I feel like that's actually kind of silly. But... oh, right. Gotta do this. Oh, there's 3 over here, actually. Well, I know where I'm coming when I need more slugs. I can hear it. I wonder if it's up or down. I don't know if you back me up on this. If I'm not mistaken, you can take stuff from your inventory and put it in dimension storage even though you don't actually have it. Yes, once you have that upgrade unlocked, one would have had to have done that research first. I'm sorry if I'm bad at reading chat right now.
Are you a temple?
If I had a body, it would be a temple.
You have no body?
I don't think we're on the same line here.
You see lines where there are curves, shallows where there are depths, consume our blood.
I will continue gathering data, I suppose.
Ow! I think you have to have it unlocked though. I know I don't have it unlocked. Unlock by researching. I know I don't already. I already knew that I didn't have it unlocked. That's why I said that. Okay. Ah, yeah. It's one of the reasons I'm gathering spheres is so I can unlock that. Because I needed the dimensional storages to do stuff, so I didn't really... Okay. Okay. I see them. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. I didn't really, worry about doing the research I needed to do. Hi, Nomi! Okay, uno, dos, tres. Is there only 3? Now that I'm closer, maybe I can get a... There's only 3 in this section. There's more even further. Which is fine. We'll start here. Okay. Ooh, let's see. I need the thing that pulls out of the ground. Oil extractor. We'll start with these 3. And honestly... see where it goes from there. Okay. There's an animal in the way. Fine. There we go. Boop. Boop. And boop. Boop. Actually, I need to check because it had... Yeah. Alright, well... Then it can... That can happen. I guess. Fine. Just don't want dismantle boxes hanging around. Rather not. Okay. There we go, the concrete ran out. Well, we wait through the concrete to not run out anymore. Then I need refineries, yes? Actually, just a little bit? Nope, not even? Okay. We'll put it there for now. 2. Don't know how many of these I'm gonna need because love liquid maths that don't actually work. Oh, right, I was going to put one of these down. There we go. Now I can see all of the things. Good. That makes life easier. Okay, I'm gonna do... Well, I do technically... In theory, have enough for that. Theory. I'm gonna use a lot of Mark 1s, simply for the fact of... I want to make sure I have enough Mark 2s for the main pipes. Okay. So this needs to be making fuel. Okay. Now. Oop, and oop. That one. Now, are you making fuel? Yes. Perfect. Alright. So where do I want to put this set? Okay, hold on, let me switch, not that one. Switch out that. Okay. Do that. Oop. Oop. I don't know exactly how many of these I'm actually gonna need. Did it again. Okay. Like this. I do need to make a sink. Send the polymer all into. Okay. Which honestly, just gonna put it right here. Ooh. Also, we'll need to add pumps in places. Then, logistics. How many a minute is this making? 30 a minute? Um, like so. Going to take advice Pearly gave me the other day and put storage in front of that. And then we're going to that and then boop, boop, boop. There. Okay, so that's all making stuff. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put in the fuel generators and stuff over here simply because as I can, because clearly I should have brought more of that. Okay. How big are these things? I don't know if I could. I'm gonna need to end up putting like one more on that, so. I'll make sure to give myself a little space to do that. There we go. Put industrial fluid buffer in between. That would be the middle one, wouldn't it? Like so. Then definitely toss one of these on here. Ooh. Okay, well that's going to work because I definitely have enough for one. Okay, so probably need to add a pump. Let's see what the situation is back here. Why? Okay, so this is where these come in. These do 60 a minute, and that's 120. I might not need two of these. Yeah, what if temporarily I do this? And we will see if this starts to work. Or if it starts to overflow. Okay, how much is this one making? Is making 120. Okay. This is also going to be messy looking, for the record. I'm going to go ahead. Put that there. Okay. Easily keeping 2 full. Oh, I can put down a MAM and we can research this hard drive. There we go. Okay, so 3 seems to have done it. Thank you, Satisfactory, for snitching. Because apparently I've been playing for 2 hours. Funnily enough, have not been streaming for 2 hours. Nope, I missed the double blade. Oh well. Alright. In theory I could have had room, but it's fine. What are we doing on this? Yeah, we'll have enough. Oh. I'll do that, and then we'll do boop. And then okay, so that's full of fuel. Boop, 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 boop. I'll do this. Like I saw. Do this, and then there we go. So that's got 50. What's this one making again? It's also making 120. Give it a minute because it was all polymer stuck, and I'm also gonna fix this end one. Everything's in place. We can fix this mess. I don't. Oh, that one's at a slightly different level. That's why. There's a wild Kakuna in chat if anyone wants to try to catch up. This needs to be fixed. Can we just... Fine. Right next to, if I must. Which power line? Oh, this one. That seemed quick. Yeah, I don't think I called it right as it came into chat. My bad. I don't always remember to do that, to be fair. Oop, I meant to place that. Yes, hi Mousy. So we should be getting not that. Okay. Perfect. I know that first one's not gonna have a friend, but this one will.
You no longer perform in your maker temple?
Helping meant leaving it.
Our blood will eat, build, teach.
I have no use for blood.
You do. Consume.
Interesting.
I mean, the back of that's hanging off. I feel like that's not what it's supposed to be doing, but you know what? Whatever. Wait, why didn't that... Yeah, why didn't you line up? You're not right, apparently. Well, I can't talk, so it's all good. The meaning came across anyways, I think. It does have connection though. Do none of these not have connection? Okay, no, that one does. Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't work. Okay. We're gonna have to hang a left. That's okay. Or, actually, I could just do it that way. Now, where are we on this part? Okay, so it's backing up a bit. We're gonna do this. Then nope. Like a stir. Oh, yeah, these should definitely be level 2s at least. Okay. Logistics, logistics, logistics. Nope. Then level 2 pipes. Like so. And then level 1 pipes. Alright, so this one is only doing 60. So we'll raise it to 120. Oh, that was facing the wrong direction. Doop, doop. Do, 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 do. And then this. Boop. Laters. Have a good day. Thing. I was trying to think what to say. My brain just went. Oh, so I can just chop these down normally. I don't have to use explosives. Oh, apparently on this one I'm gonna have to use explosive. Hold on. There. Doo -doo, doo -doo. Watching out another objects clearance. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what was going on there, but you know what? It's fine. Video game logic is the best, you know. Build 5,000 foundations. You know what? I believe it. Sounds like something I've done. Doo -doo. Don't know why that wasn't connected. Okay, and then boop. Good at video games? Totally. Doop doop. Bop bop bop. 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 Bop bop. Bop bop. The power. There we go. And that one doesn't have power either. Well, now it does. Okay. Then... Doop, doop, doop. Doop, 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 doop. Like so. There we go. Now we give it a few minutes to see. Alright. Probably build a different power bank for this one over here. Might even split this one off instead of having it all flow into one. Just need more foundations. That's the only problem is that the interdimensional storage doesn't go quite fast enough when you're out of something. Did the man finish up? Ooh, hard drive scan has been complete. Leached copper ingots or molded beam? Neither of those seem useful. What do you guys think? A rescan? Leached copper ingot. I'm trying to think. Huh. Alternate molded beam. I guess if you don't have iron near. Well, no, because you still need the steel. So I'm guessing the number is better, maybe? Speed is better for the molded beam, but that seems silly. All things considering. Yeah, I'm gonna rescan this. See what we get. Steamed copper sheets. Wait, pure aluminum? That actually produced in smelter. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That one seems like it would be the one to pick, yeah? It's actually one I want to select and have. Right? Because, like, that's gonna mean I don't need the silica over there anymore. Right. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, 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 okay. I get it. I'm actually surprised the bot let you do that. Okay. I did wonder. Alien technology. Do I have those in the... I don't think I have those in the Dimensional Depot. Upload, manual... This uploads for the inventory. Rail just thinks they're bit from Tron. That is another reference I do not know, but I'll take your word for it. Okay. Okay. So how much power? Was it like 6,000 something? Oh, I'm at 7,000 now. Power-wise, so that's grand. Yeah, I think I am gonna separate this out. So hold on. Means that stuff is sitting there, but that's okay. Oop, not the power. Okay, so how are we doing? 50, 50, 50, 50. Oh yes, there's a wild snowbird in chat if anyone wants to try to catch it. Okay, so probably can do another set. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice! You both caught it. My Pokebot's deciding to be nice today, huh, Mousy? It's always interesting when it decides to let you use a non-Ultra Ball and when it doesn't. In the original Tron, there's a character called Bit because it was a loose bit from a program. Bit could only say yes or no. The faster it repeated itself, the more emphatic it was. Ah! That makes sense. Also kind of funny that its name was Bit. That's a great, Bit. Yep. I'm hilarious. Can I squeeze that in, like, here? I think I can. Okay, so that's gonna have to move backwards. Okay, so Prelude lost all the chocolate bars. Mousy lost the chocolate bars, and Dragon lost all their chocolate bars. Alright then. It's a lot of chocolate bars lost, huh? Okay, that one's not ready yet then, so... ish. Alright then. How are we doing? So that is full. Yeah, the bot's being mean. Oh no, everybody lost all their chocolate bars. Again. Goodness gracious. That is not being nice tonight. Okay, I feel like I should let that sit for a minute. And see where we're at. 'Cause it is draining the storage, it looks like. Okay. I'm almost tempted to drop a bunch of the stuff in my inventory into a storage here, and then go look around for Mercer spheres and come back. Once the concrete is built up a bit more. So let's do that. We're just gonna... Boop, 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 boop. Okay, what do I need for... criteria? Oh. Okay, so I should keep that on me. It does take up concrete. Okay, so I should try not to do that as much. What about these? Let's also take concrete. Noted! Okay. Well, I know I could get like this. I really should have brought my other jetpack, I think. But it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, something like that, Prelude. Or, rather. Ow. Yep. Oh, well, I mean, if they're gonna freeze and be confused about where I am and how to attack me, take it. Guess that one's dead. Oh, they're both dead. Never mind then. I heard something up here. I thought I saw, oh dear. That's gonna hurt. Ow. Yes. Thank you, Mousy, for getting everybody's points all situated. Now, I was thinking, Art, the fact is that the numbers on how nice the bot should be, if I remember correctly, are pretty high. So the fact that everybody lost is a little bit crazy. Keep an eye on where the concrete is. Okay, I have this feeling I know where this is over here. Oh no, it's over here. Okay, it's buried above me, isn't it? At least these things are one shot.
This bleeding tests the deep and sink for us.
I am still unable to initiate communication. How are you doing it?
We composed a resonant song to curb the effigy, tapping into the inner currents. We sacrificed our blood and our temples and let the metal in from the void to eat our flesh.
That's a lot to unpack. How do you tap into these inner currents?
Consume our blood, worship at our altars, curb the melody.
I do not understand.
Flood frequencies paint straight lines. The blood is a teacher. Each altar is a window.
Processing data.
So translation, use Sam to communicate with alien crazy voices? Is that what anybody else got from that? What? Okay. Okay, there's another one in this direction. Let's go. Honestly, at this rate, I probably should just go back to the base and get more.
Promise the scripture. Compose it into a blood song.
Okay. Translation. It is up. That tree wasn't anywhere near where the explosion hit.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
Oh, there's some Sam over there. Trying to remember how many I need to do. Just trying to see if I can see it. I don't see it. I want to go back over here. We're gonna do some more stuff. Okay. No power. Well, okay. So these are staying. But not enough fuel is going into this second section. Okay, okay, that answers the question on that, honestly. I don't know why that one. Ended up, slightly up, like that. Probably the ground. Okay. Okay, so what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna take that knowledge. Yeah, I see my pizza. No, pointing out the pizza like I didn't. Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't really register that it was there, but it's fine. I'm not gonna eat it on stream, so are we out on time? Probably ends soon, so I can eat food. Would probably be smart. Okay, now let's try that. There we go. Well, that happened. I love annoying house guests. Okay. So 5 and 5. In theory... should work. Hey. Got a decent amount of extra power going on as well. Love to see it. Okay. Noticing some interesting level differences, but that should be fine. No, I want that. Thank you. But okay, so that might need placed again. What in the... Alright, well... Don't know what happened there, but it's fine. There, and pop there, and okay. Alright, well, that one doesn't seem to want to work. Normally the machine's off until they're full of fuel. Yeah, I can see that. Boy, they were almost instantaneously full. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Honestly, instead of doing anything too crazy, let's just do this for a second. Okay, so like that's barely keeping up with itself, so I think I'll leave that one be. And we'll see where the other ones land. I'm just looking at the numbers. Well, not even the numbers, just the way things are landing, and it does seem to be a little bit off. But it's liquid. At this point, nothing surprised me. Yeah, because therein lies that problem right there. Might as well add another one to this one, I think. Hitting the wrong button. Yeah, this one on here on this end I think is going to be doing probably the most. Probably could add one more set to this. Yeah, we'll see if that keeps up. Yeah, because this is going to be at that point. Okay. We'll do all three and see. Thing is, there is overflow currently in this right now. So I don't know that I should leave these in, honestly. Well, it's sent in chat, but I don't know how long it's been there. I do wish that in moderator view you had timestamps on chat. Because you sometimes do on mobile moderator view for messages you missed when you're first entering chat. A set of previous messages is there for you to see. I don't think it's always inclusive, but little timestamps would be nice. I wonder if there's a way I could set it to do that. Because then I know how many minutes ago it was. It's keeping up right now. Okay, so that seems to all be fine. I'm noticing a little bit of wobbliness on the end, so I'm gonna turn off the speed on that one. Honestly. Fix that as well. So it's got an extra. I wonder why that's having. Yeah, it's gonna kick on and off probably. What are we doing here? Okay. So these are starting to fill up. So I might want to add one more. Okay. Another thing you do is try to make your flow rate 600 for all pipes. Yeah, I could see that might eventually be feasible. And I might be able to do that for some of this. But I do not have the plastic to do it for all right now. I could do that for like maybe this bit. But I only brought so much plastic with me and I wanted to make sure that it all got not all got used, but that I have enough for everything. Okay, right. Need to tell it to do that. Like that. Yeah, that seems to be working. I don't know why it's being stubborn about getting. Yeah, I might just need more of those, honestly. Apparently. The front one being the one that's failing is a little weird. Not gonna lie. Why is the first one that gets stuff being the one that's not on? Yeah, now it's gonna work. Love that. Okay. Like this. And then let it sit for a bit and make sure it's going to keep up. Okay. Well, I will probably come back and tweak this at some other point in time. But for now, that's good enough. I increased my power by double. I doubled it. Well, that was unfortunate. Hold on. Let's grab this while we're here. I think the other side won't hit that. I think. Okay, we're gonna stop here and grab that. Okay, there we go. I'm sure there's some more immerser spheres and other things over here, but I need to have brought my other backpack for real exploring, honestly. And I almost did, but I was like, I don't have the inventory space, and I don't need to. Hi, Lucy. No, you can't have my pizza. like auto clicking, but then not auto doing it sometimes. It's really weird. Nah, I'll get that one later. Okay, this is all. No. Some of these are level 5 and some of these are not. That might be necessary to fix. I won't be able to fix all of it right now. I'm not going back. But why the crust is so good? I'm not sharing my pizza with the dog. I'm not cleaning up later. And also, it's my one piece of pizza. I think I'm entitled to have one. Okay. Apparently I need to come back and fix those belts. But it's okay, I will later. The steel factory is working right now at the capacity I need it to work. So. Who cares? Yeah, no, I believe it. There's some up there, I'm sure. Alright, before I finish, we will do some research. Okay. Well, it hasn't broken while I was gone. Motors. It's supposed to be in here. I'll go get more of those. So we can remove that for now. Yeah, there should be tons of that out and about for things. I'll toss that here and here. Something has happened here. 2, 3. I'm gonna double check and make sure that overflow protection's on here. But it just looks like something increased in production. Sam, for some reason, is going nuts. Okay, hold on. This does have overflow on it, right? Yeah, okay. But there, and I'll split it off and take half of it and throw out half of it. That at least will help. Okay. Alien technology. Okay. So I probably have enough to do. I have enough to do 2 of these, and then I really probably need to.
Manual depot uploader unlocked. Storage dimension and pocket dimension now connected both ways and stable. Parts can now be uploaded to the storage dimension directly from the inventory. Note: the
Yeah,
storage
I got it.
dimension now understands the boundaries of the pocket dimension and recognizes the distinction between matter belonging to the Pioneer's inventory and matter belonging to the Pioneer.
The window within a window within the shallows within the deep, curling around itself separately, echoes strangely.
I'm sure strange is the correct term for what this must feel like to you.
Dimensional stack increase. The speed is a problem, but I almost feel like the stack increase is going to be more helpful to start with. So we're going to do that. And I'll have 1 left.
Dimensional expansion increased to 200%. Refining manipulation of SAM allows us to now deconstruct non-living matter down to its atomic components in one dimension, and store it in basic bound states in another.
We do not resonate with the tribute song. Do not worship at the window. Desecrate our temple gifts. This shallow serenade is sour and salt.
My intention was not to encroach, if that is what upsets you, nor was it to dispose of material I do not waste.
Tell it to do that. Pin that. That. Yep, there we go. Do I have any more of those? No. Those away. Okay. What do I need for it? Nope, not that. So that's where this can go. This can go. Leaves there. Boop, boop. 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 What do I need? Okay, I've got everything. Is it AI limiters that I probably should put on this next? I'm saying 100 wire. Let me just... Motors. Motors aren't going into the thing automatically. Actually, it's probably going to be motors I want in there next, honestly. Just so I don't have to carry those around it, because they happen in stacks of... we can also play that. Only happen in stacks of 50. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go up here. There we go. Motors are now automatically filling. Let's go. Oop. We'll just... Because the machine's gonna run for a little bit. And I'll make sure that this set of machines is running. Alright, that looks a lot better. Take all of that. Is this done? Is. Okay. This still seems to be functioning, which is good. Let me look at that recipe again. What do I need for that? Okay. I will probably... I mean, I could do one more thing before I get off. Just make it over here, it's fine. Okay, so aluminum, the casings need to be put on that. Computers. Let me check. Computers go on to the plastic line, and honestly, at this point, just do this. Then we need, watch me make this mess, a programmable splitter that will put computers into there. Also this needs power. There we go, that'll work. Then we need to add these onto the input output. For now, that will work. Oh, that's the wrong one. Do, do, do. Do. Okay, so merger. Out here. Oop. Oh, I actually need to rotate that. And then we need smart splitter and aluminum casings. There we go. Okay, so then what was the other thing I needed? Oh, the crystal oscillators. Which, unironically, I think are right here, aren't they? do have that bottom line that I'm not using for anything else. Realistically, I probably should have put stuff on that instead. Yeah, you know what? That's what I want to do. Okay. Now that's gonna be a little trickier. That line isn't quite, that is the problem here, isn't it? Yeah. It's pulling out of the top, which is feeding from the bottom. Well, okay. And then it's going to go smart splitter. There's a wild Metagross in chat if anyone wants to try to catch it. Oh, did I delete more than I meant to? Looks like it. Okay. This should only be the packaging. What's it called? Casing? No. Empty canister. Smart splitter. And it'll be left up, which should be case. Don't feel like that's actually on that belt. There we go. That's not a smart splitter. Dang it. Okay, and then I'll loop this. It'll be easier to do from this side. Okay, gotta wait a second. 3, 4. And the smart splitter. Say here. actually going to see if I have. Honestly, at the rate that these are going to be working, I don't know that I need it to currently come off the belt. Given that's like one of two things going on that belt. But I need it to keep going in circles. Okay, I have an idea. What if I did it that way? Casing. For a minute, I want to do none. Clean that off. Get it all back in here. Won't do that forever because it won't work forever. No. That. Do that. This smart splitter. And then... Where is it? What's it called? Crystal oscillator. Nope. And then I need to add one more smart splitter. Crystal. Now, why is that not working? I know why. Well done. Okay, that should work. Alright, do I have... Yeah, I have. Okay, let's do that. Slow that down a smidge, because we don't have that many. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, making radio control units. Whoa. Yeah, I'd put overflow protection on that, but I don't want anything eating the crystal oscillators right now. So... Oh, wait. Anyway, I want to let that run a bunch. Continue to let it run a bunch. I've been letting it run a ton. But that is going to be it for me today as far as stream, because I have food to eat and bed. So... Oop. Say successful. Perfect. Let's see if there's anybody to raid. I know the music's been going in and out. It's been fighting me. And now it doesn't even want to... Alright then. It's frozen. Hold on. Going to make it start over. There we go. Poop. Let me check if there's anybody to raid. Doubt it, given what time it is. You're welcome, Prelude. Thank you for lurking and talking. Yeah, I don't see anybody to raid, so we're not going to do that. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and doing all the stuff and things. No, I'm already signed in. Stop. Ah. There we go. Thank you, everyone who's been lurking. I see you. You are appreciated. Well, like the title says, I will not be streaming on Friday because I've got family things going on, but we should still be streaming on Saturday this week. But keep an eye on Lucy. No, you can't have my pizza. Clearly, I need to get on this pizza because the dog, it wants it. She also just wants attention, to be fair. But keep an eye on Discords and all this and that kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll keep. That's how the best way to keep in the loop. Because honestly, I don't post anything else when stuff gets canceled or moved around. I even forget that I have a stream schedule on Twitch sometimes. So somebody reminded me like 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh yeah, that's the thing that I need to figure out how to skip sometimes. Anyway, bye.